Well, my name's Kevin McCarty. I'm a fourth-year mechanical engineering student at the University of Victoria, and I'm involved in the EcoCAR team at UVic. And we are building a hybrid car using future technologies and some old ones as well.
So why did you choose this project?
I've been interested in cars all of my life, and a good friend of mine started the team and recruited me quite early on, so I've been involved from almost step one. I helped write the proposal that won us our spot in the competition. And yeah, I mean, I think hybrid cars are certainly a step in the right direction towards a more sustainable future.
So what's exciting you? Engineers have so many options to choose from in their education. Why did you choose this?
Well, I think, there are such a broad range of technologies that are applied and used in the car, from like new battery technologies and electric motors and control algorithms and systems, and even just I'm able to use some of my solid mechanics skills and stuff like that, and just making engine mounts and brackets and figuring out like, hey, if we get hit by a bus, is this thing going to explode and cause damage and stuff like that to the passengers and other people around us. So
one of the things students were wondering about, because students in school, in middle school, are sometimes forced to work in groups, and they're wondering like, how easy is it to work in your team?
Sometimes working in a team always has its ups and downs, right? Sometimes you don't get along with people as great as you would hope, but other times, you get along with people and you work well together and you're working towards a common goal. So that certainly has its benefit, and in the end, you sort of feel, I guess, maybe a little bit closer to the people that you're working with, and I actually find it quite easy. But.
And this program lasts 3 years. This project lasts 3 years.
That's right. Yeah.
And so, will you still be around?
If I decide to do master's studies, yes. I haven't quite decided yet, but at the end of the second year, I will have graduated. So I won't be able to see it through if I decide to move on.
So what do you think is the legacy for you? What legacy are you leaving with this project?
Well, I hope I'm leaving a good foundation for the people that come after me to work from, and I hope I'm pointing the project in the right direction, and not, I guess, hanging the people that come after me out to dry, with crash worthiness, and if our vehicle's going to hold itself together and not fall apart while it's running and stuff like that.
And in 2 years, where do you think you're going to be if you don't take your master's?
That's a good question. I hope to be perhaps in the sustainable building industry. Haven't really decided yet. I don't think the automotive sector holds a huge future, but we'll see. I've sort of got a broad range of skills, so.
And what was one of the first moments in your education where you started to think engineering would be cool?
I guess when I was in grade 10, my physics teacher, he would have us use Lego to kind of, I guess, build little devices or whatever that would showcase a theory that we had just learned. So like for friction, we built these little friction devices that would stay on an inclined plane up to a certain amount or whatever, and then you'd see how far the plane could go. And the group that I was in, we ended up winning most of these competitions, and I kind of thought like, hey, this is a lot of fun, and I'm good at this, And so I asked my teacher, like what kind of professions would sort of use this type of mindset and skill set, and he said like, engineering, maybe you'd be a mechanical engineer or something like that. I thought, hey, that sounds interesting. And certainly my dad was an engineer, and I think my great uncle was a mechanical engineer as well. So there is some family history there.
As you look, did you look at some of the questions the kids sent to you?
I did, yes.
What questions stood out to you?
There was actually there was a number of interesting questions I found, like from what is it like to work in a team, to I think one kid asked what skill set or what mindset do you need to thoroughly understand future automotive technologies? I was like, wow, this is coming from someone that's 11 years old, grade 6. So I was quite amazed by that. And there was a number of questions like that. I was quite impressed.
And what impact does it have to know some of these questions ahead of time?
I think you get them in memory, and you're sort of cycling through yourself. What would I say to this question, and how might I answer this? And actually, some of the questions I never thought myself, like what interests you the most, and that sort of stuff. And I got thinking, oh, well, this does and that does. And, yeah, it was actually a good experience for myself.